kicker Mason Crosby away from Glendale. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Palmer back into his end zone. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember USC, and when I got introduced to it, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there, and still has it today.
So the offense has it first and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now Palmer on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay, was it a... breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, here's Palmer. Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Palmer. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Rodgers now on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And Adams, a former Fresno State Bulldog, had a nice game in Week 14, 104 yards and a touchdown in that win.
And he has the full trust of his quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And I've seen a real breakout for Devontae Adams this year. Better route running, better at his craft. But you can tell the trust is there because Aaron Rodgers will throw up more 50-50 balls for him. Before, he had to see him open before he threw it to him. Now he trusts him to go make a play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Survey. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Marcus Golden able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
That one good for 15 and a first. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Rodgers to throw once more. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And now here comes Carson Palmer leading Arizona onto the field. Tough weather conditions in Miami in Week 14. A driving rainstorm, and Palmer only 145 yards. Did have 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, a lost fumble. As I said, though, the conditions were not in his favor.
No, not at all, because they ended up getting that South Florida rain, and it was a driving rain that started during the game, made it difficult to pitch it around. In addition, he's been hamstrung a little bit by weapons. Jerron Brown got hurt earlier this year. John Brown's battled some injuries. So has Michael Floyd. Larry Fitzgerald's been the guy who's been there game in and game out.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Against Miami, Johnson up over 100 yards from scrimmage, and he's done that all 13 games so far this season. That ties Edgerrin James for the longest streak to start a year. Pretty impressive.
Really impressive. I mean, when you look at what he has done, especially on the ground, 80 yards in this game, catches it, of course, 41 yards against Miami, caught the 2-point conversion that tied the game, and sent it.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Regular. Get ready.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal 3rd rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year one on. Remember, can run it, he can catch it. He was a wide receiver in Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran one back for a touchdown in 2015. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterbacks up in his reserve for 4th down.
Let's go. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Mirror.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now they'll throw it with Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
All right, now. Wide.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come up in an offset eye. They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. To Johnson again. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Defense showing blitz. They run the sneak, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson Palmer scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Rodgers now to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On fourth down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it. Back deep is Jeremy Ross. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 20. 1-yard line.
And this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. In motion left is Cobb. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and goal from the 7. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to... And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals are down right now. They have to feel like they're still in it. The Packers deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frosty Rucker in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, there was second.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep. They've got his man complete. A very solid gain of 27. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Palmer gives to Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On the tackle there, the rookie Kenny Clark.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Stays on his feet. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Mirror. Regular. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Going up top. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the coach has decided.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Get ready.
Palmer now off the bootleg. It's caught. Nelson. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Caught by Nelson left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot from the left hash mark. This a 43-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
Tyrann Mathieu knocks that one away. And when I'm evaluating guys in the game today, who has the best instincts, I'm not sure I put anyone ahead of him.
Really?
Yeah.
You put him up near the top?
I really do. The way that he plays, he almost doesn't have a position anymore. I don't care whether he's a safety, a corner, a nickel, a linebacker. He knows how to get around the football and make plays that affect the game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Rodgers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of times the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. And this is caught by Fells, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Let's go. Right now. 18. Sally 19. Sally 19.
Palmer to throw. Caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. They go to Johnson again. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Blue 95.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95. 48, Mike.
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Cardinals win it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.